And it's not the kind of attention you want around you or, kids if you have any. So in those cases, these materialistic things can be harmful and they can affect you spiritually. But in no way, shape, or form should you ever, look at your situation as far as your attachment to whatever materialistic things you might have as being a negative when it's not nothing that serious. So don't listen to these people. Don't listen to the haters, and definitely don't let that stuff bother you. So yeah, I can understand how a lot of people believe that we just need to be spiritual 24/7, and a lot of people don't understand that it's more than just nature. A lot of people think that to grow spiritually is just about nature, natural, and nature and everything like that. No, because you have to understand that even still with the material world, if you watch the frequency series and energy series and everything, that our whole point in being in this physical realm, in these physical bodies, is to grow spiritually, letting you understand that there's a balance of physical and spiritual needed to grow spiritually. Ultimately, in the end, it'll be spiritual, and that's basically what it is. But you have to still understand that spirituality is manifesting physical reality, consciousness. So it almost goes hand in hand when you really understand it. But again, you can attach negativity to anything. So the whole point is understanding what's negative in the material and not drawing that out, into yourself or into your reality. And a lot of you can have that done to you in many different ways, because somebody will say something negative about something that you have an attachment to, and then now you're looking at this material as a negative. You're drawing negative energy from it that somebody just put on you, and you don't really realize that you just change your entire emotion into a negative emotion about something that you have loved or have had for years, and now you're negative or you have questions about it. Don't let people do that shit to you. Don't let them do it. Look at them like they crazy. You know how something makes you feel and what it does for you and what your understanding of it is. Don't let people change that because they don't understand and don't get it. They're not going to feel the same way about something as you do. So don't let that affect you. So always going to be naysayers and people who try to affect your hustle or your grind in any way, shape, or form. Don't let that happen, because it'll affect you on a spiritual level and you won't be able to do anything. So it's not hard to get the concept of what I'm pushing and what I'm trying to get you guys to understand, that in order for you to be truly free, spiritually, you have to fix yourself as far as, dealing with this materialistic world. And unfortunately, because of the system and the way it's set up and how it's controlled, you need money. You need money to make you, be right. And it's messed up that it is that way. It don't have to be if you are strong enough and if you can exit the system. By all means, go ahead and do so. If you want to go out there and live that way, and if you can do it, I'm not saying don't do it. If you can do it, do it. What I'm giving you is an alternative, a balance, which you need to have anyway. Because even when you step foot out there, you still have to deal with material, whether it be trees, leaves, bushes, berries, animals, or what have you. It's still material. Understanding that energy and that balance is the key. Once you do that, it's no problem. So if you are, as we all know, most of our problems can be solved with money. And unless you have medical problems, then that's different. But, money can probably fix that in a lot of cases as well. But unfortunately, it's money. You need to have it. And some people just feel better. You know that feeling you have when you got a nice chunk of change and you cool versus struggling. No, I understand struggling. I've been homeless. I lived in an abandoned house for a while. I know that feeling. I know what it's like. And, some of you, thankfully, are not there because you're watching online. So if you got the internet, I expect you to be okay. But, some of you struggling. It's a grind. It's always a grind. Paycheck, paycheck, paycheck. And it's hard to get serious about this stuff that I'm talking about and other people talking about as far as spirituality. It's hard to get really serious about meditation and everything else when you're emotionally dealing with these physical problems and these money issues. So me putting that information out was to get you guys to really look a different way and to have a different understanding and a know-how of how to get more stable to deal with that pain. The reason why I got into Buddhism was so you can understand that and what the Buddha is talking about as far as being in this physical world, that it's going to be suffering. It's going to be pain, but it don't have to be. And you got to deal with it. You know, you want to deal with it on a good level. So there are any consequences, karmic consequences. So just because you're feeling down and you're in pain and you need money, don't go rob a bank. Don't go kill and hurt people. It's going to be consequences for a lot of people. So there's a balance. Stupid people don't understand that. So they say, oh, whatever about fucking he watch football, whatever you doing. And they don't understand that stuff. You know, a lot of jokers out here. A lot of people who don't get it, who not really in tune. I feel like, you know, I've done it. You know, as I said, I'm not super stinking rich or whatever. I'm like good. I don't have to worry about money ever if I don't do anything stupid. But, you know, there's a way, you know, and as I said, if I can come from $0 in the bank, nothing, and go to where I'm at now to, you know, almost a millionaire and doing unbelievable things, doing whatever I want to do and manifesting what I want when I want, you know, not, you know, in a spooky sense, but when I put my mind to something, you know, I do it. It comes true. I make it happen. I set the stage and I set the atmosphere to bring into existence my plan and what I want. I see it before I do it, and I make sure everything is physically set so I can just walk into it and do what I need to do. So that's what it's really about, doing what you need to do and keeping your energy right in the process. So now, back to net neutrality. This is, you know, really serious that you're going to see in the coming months and weeks or what have you. A lot of people talking about this. Maybe mainstream media probably leave it alone, because once it's passed and it's done and they, you know, they sneak out the back door, sneak out the window and leave it alone. We're going to be left to deal with it. And until it really start affecting a lot of people, especially like, you know, content creators and people who that's putting out, you know, websites and videos. And remember, like now you have people, I mean, have an entire website dedicated to the Comcast scam or what have you. Yeah, that's not going to fly. You have Netflix that's in basic direct competition with Comcast, and almost every major internet ISP, because you have Netflix to where, you know, it's Netflix, they're doing their own thing. But when you have these cable companies like Comcast and Cox that has on demand, I mean, what's the difference? You got Netflix, you got on demand. It comes with your cable service. So if they can slow down Netflix, that's going to be crazy. But I believe that Netflix could have opted out for like a different plan or something like that. We had to pay like crazy amount of money to not be affected. And I believe they did that. But any new companies that might want to be like the next Netflix, it's not going to be able to do it. It's, you know, when that hammer falls, they have already thought of every single contingency, every plan that could hinder their plans. And when it falls, that means it's game. And once again, it's going to fall to the people being the only ones who can fix it. Because if the people come together and stop it and make enough noise, we can have it repealed and have it fixed. But will we do it? Unless we see a major hindrance, no. We're going to just let it pass by like everything else. We didn't do anything about 9/11, so who knows? But who is going to affect is people like me, and people who are putting out these websites and trying to really get information out there. We'll see how it affects us if it's immediate. And they probably have a cap or a certain amount of people that if they're following you, they probably just cut you off. And yeah, it's going to be a big deal. And, you know, this is why I wanted to get my foot in the door before this happened with my site and everything. To get it out there before this happened. This is my fear, and here it is. And it's something that I planned for already, because of course, you know, you got to have plan B. Something I planned for already in my plans and my ways around it all, which we'll talk about another time. But yeah, for anybody else who may not have foreseen this and put things in place, you're going to be asked out. And we're going to be basically relying on the people to come together and help bring this back and fix net neutrality back and make it so that the internet is protected. And how they did it was the whole reverse psychology thing. Get this, because this is what they used. They said, well, the government it's in too many facets of our life. And the government should not be involved in these corporations and how they put out their internet, how they, use their corporations, their companies, because it's basically what's going on. The government jumped in and said, hey, we have to have a neutrality here, and we can't let you corporations just bully all these internet or these websites. So we're going to step in and make a law so y'all can't do that. So they're going to jump in. They jumped in and said, oh, well, the government is too big, and the government. So the government is so big that they will gracefully bow out of net neutrality, but they won't bow out of our school service, our food supply, which is more important than fucking internet, our food and water. They won't step away from that, but they're going to step away from the net. Big scam. And for you people who think that because Facebook and YouTube and everybody else who's so against it, for you people who believe that they are really against it, no. They just saying what they got to say. And of course, Facebook censors anyway. If you do the wrong thing too many times on Facebook, they'll just basically block you for like a month. And I've seen it happen with some friends. It's a funny thing. Like, you didn't get that message, dog? I sent it like a month ago. Oh, yeah, I got blocked. I put up a couple pictures of some titties, something like that. So, yeah, it's crazy. There's already been censorship. So it's not nothing new to them. They already knew it. They with it. And they following their masters as far as the plan. And it's not that they don't want it. It's just they're going along with the plan, plain and simple. So we're going to see if it's going to be something like if, let's just say you try to post a link or post a video, conscious or what have you, on Facebook, will it get blocked? Will they have it set to where they can target just a certain profile and block that content and then give you an excuse like, well, because of net neutrality or because of the ISP, we can't show this. And this is what we got to look for if we see stuff like that, to little things being censored. And that tells you right there. Because for that to happen, they got to get in the system. They got to contact Facebook. That's going to be something that's already in place with Facebook and whoever. So don't think that they are really against it. They're really for it. Now, this could be something to the point where it's just really about money, which I doubt. Or they might just leave it alone and just implement this down the road and start really censoring things down the road to get us, to forget about it right now and not say nothing, because we might not see immediate changes. So then, a few years from now, we forget all about it, that it's in place. And then, then something start happening to where, we're censored. But it could be about money, which they're going to make a lot of money. You're going to have a lot of companies, ISPs popping up, as I said, to basically try to, give us alternatives to the internet. And again, as I said, they might have just a bigger package or payment plan or a monthly pay to where you're paying more to basically not be affected by them, which, that'll be fine, but it's not fair, but it'll be cool. At least, we'll have that option. But then again, as I said, not everybody will probably be able to afford it. So you would have to rely on that to where a person has to pay that extra money a month that they probably can't afford to see everything. So it's going to be crazy. And this is something that, we got to really look and pay attention to the media, to entertainment and what they do. They don't give you stuff for a reason. As I said, ain't nobody hating on Black Panther or anything like that. Pay attention to when they put stuff out and what they do. It's a big distraction away from this. And again, it's just a movie. It's not real. To me, it's an insult. And it's a shame. It should make you sad to see Wakanda and how beautiful it is and, what could be as far as Africa, and to understand that in reality, they're raping Africa. We're not getting anything from it. And you have all these sellout leaders in Africa letting them rape it. And of course, they're making all the money. We're not really even proud to be from Africa, a lot of people. Now, all of a sudden, people want to be throwing on dashikis and going to the movies. It took a freaking fictional movie to get people to put on damn dashiki. We pumping Africa for years. Black power, Africa, Africa, Africa. You got the Hebrews running around saying Africa, fuck Africa and everything like that. You got black people being ashamed of Africa. I ain't from Africa, I'm American. But as soon as a movie come out, Black Panther, then people want to be from Africa. They want to be proud. So, I mean, and that little bit of sense, cool. If that's what it takes, I don't care. As long as you're happy about Africa and you understand that, everything is coming from there and the resources and what they're using, how they're making a lot of money is generating from Africa itself. And we know what comes from there. We know what's there. We know about Kemet and everything else and all the kingdoms and what have you. So, this is just for those people who stuck in the movies and had no clue. Now they can contemplate what could be with Africa. So it is what it is on that. But distraction. That's what it is. And the big news here is net neutrality. And the death of freedom on the internet, so to speak. And they're going to let certain things get by and they're going to let certain things slide. Don't know to what extent. But it's going to be crazy. And hopefully not too many of us content creators and people who putting out information, truth, so to speak. And, just talking about history and talking about, consciousness and knowledge, we going to see how we get affected, because I can't see them completely wiping the whole thing out, because then it's just going to stir up too much controversy and too many people speaking out. But, we'll see what they do. Maybe people who get into a certain level, they might cut you then, but who knows? But it's not going to be good for us down the line trying to create something big to speak specifically to Black people. They can just censor the whole thing and knock it out. That's what they have effectively done. Because now, if we wanted to just do what I was talking about as far as coming together with a website or social media specifically for Black people, but for everybody really, but really aimed and geared towards uplifting and helping Black people economically. Anything that we want to share to really help us grow economically using social media is going to be hindered. We got to go back to, freaking 80s maybe to get information around. Don't know. We're going to see what we can do. I mean, even emails, if it's on their internet service, it's affected. So maybe they can even stop bulk emails. Who knows how deep this goes? So what you guys can do is, again, speak out about it. Talk about your disgust. And really anything you see that is pushing for them to bring back net neutrality, you need to promote it. Stop promoting Black Panther. The movie is done. It's over with. It's not real. I would rather see more people pushing one of the based on a true story movies like Birth of a Nation or even freaking 12 Years a Slave. At least the stuff happened. It was true. That wasn't fiction. But everybody, people taking pictures in dashikis next to the freaking Black Panther poster. I mean, people just... I get it. Like I said, I ain't gonna hate. I get it. I understand. But still, be diligent. Open your eyes and see what this stuff really is about. And the insult. You're gonna take that movie how you take it. I take it as an insult of what could be and what they know they're doing. And it's just a shame. But be diligent, man. Just pay attention to what they really doing and what's going on. And don't let this cookie they gave us, just make you forget about the goddamn ass whooping you just took. And everything else they doing, the oppression, they gave you a damn cookie and everybody satisfied now. Oh, it's cool now. People still talk about Obama. It's a cookie. It's the same thing, same blindfold. Okay, we're going to give y'all a black-faced president, calm y'all down. Everybody so pro-Obama. Okay, we're going to give y'all Black Panther, calm y'all down, Now, they're not so bad. They fine. Everything is cool. I love Disney. I love this. Please, wake the fuck up. It's a distraction. This is much bigger news and it's going to affect us. Trust me. But we can't let that happen. So speak out as much as you can. Put out information as much as you can on this subject. And make sure it's in your timeline and talk to people about what this really means. So thank you guys for taking the time to watch. Again, the sales are going to come down eventually. I left it up there. I see you guys still buying. So I know there's a lot of people who don't see everything when it posts. So I'm trying to be understanding of that, but it will come down. So thanks for watching. See you guys next video. Thanks for watching.